Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. It has been about a month, I think, since I posted my last video, and it's also been a little bit over a month since my mom passed away. Just this past week, we did have a service for her. I planned a funeral service for my mom at the Catholic Church. A Catholic church that we actually grew up going to, that my little brother had his first communion there. And so yeah, that's where we had my mom's service. A lot of friends and family came. A lot of my best friends were there. A lot of my brother's best friends were there. It was just so overwhelming to just see all these people who showed up for my mom. Of course, it was emotional. We had musicians. It was great. And I'm so glad that we had this service for my mom. She deserved it. I'm sure she was looking down on us and she probably felt so happy. But yes, so now that chapter of my life is now in the past. We had to wait almost a month to do her service because my mom was cremated, so we had to wait for her ashes to be back. We also wanted to pick a date that was convenient for everyone. But anyhow, I want to thank everyone so much for all the love, all the messages, all the comments. I know a lot of people have lost a parent before. You guys know how I feel. Grief is such a weird thing. It's lots of ups and downs. You can be laughing one minute and then crying the next. My mom is something that I think about on the daily, multiple times a day. Probably also because it's also very fresh, very recent. The things that stick out the most in my mind is just seeing my mom sick. So that part kind of makes it a little more painful. Just remembering all the things that we, had to do with her, for her, and just her final few months. Those are things that are just constantly replaying in my head. But again, it's probably because it's so recent. Anyways, I'm gonna move on from this topic. I have a little guest of honor right here. She's taking a little nap. Are you sleeping? I gave her a bath yesterday, so she's nice and clean. I've been working a lot this month because I barely got to work last month. Next month is September, which you guys know I love the start of the fall season because that's just the start of the happiest time of the year, right? Fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas is the best little 4 months of the year. So as a lot of you guys know, I love Disney World. And I have not been in all of 2024. The last time I went to Disney was in December of 2023 for the holiday season. But thankfully, I was able to book a stay next month in September. I have vacations from work and I'm gonna go for 4 nights. My friends are gonna be joining me. But what I'm most excited about is that this little girl is gonna be joining me too. Are we gonna go to Disney World? Are we gonna go to Disney World? To the cabins? We're gonna go to the cabins? Oh my goodness, okay. She's excited. If you guys don't know, the Cabins at Fort Wilderness is one of the resorts at Disney World where you can bring your dogs. And I'm excited to bring her with me. Moving on, can I just show you guys how nice and inviting my pool looks right now? If you're new to my channel, this is the view from my apartment right now. The pool, so inviting. I love just waking up every morning, sitting here, having a cup of coffee, watching the news. It's my favorite thing to do every morning, just sit here, look outside. So now I'm off to work. Today I'm doing a turn, which a turn, if you don't know, is basically I'm going to Philadelphia, is where I'm going today, and then I go there and then I come right back. I'll be back home tonight. It's kind of nice. I've done this turn twice this month already. And it's kind of nice, it's like having a normal job, you go to work and you come back at night versus staying at a hotel. So I kind of am liking this a little bit more, but I'm gonna do something a little risky. All I'm bringing is this bag. And you're probably wondering, why is it risky? It's risky because if something happens to the plane or we get delayed or we have to stay overnight, which it's happened before, I won't have anything, but I'm crossing my fingers that everything goes smooth and as planned and that I'll be home tonight. So that's all I'm bringing, my lunchbox with some food. The weather is not looking cute here in the Fort Lauderdale area, so hopefully our flight's on time. It's looking a little gray and it is raining. But again, like I said, hopefully everything is on time. So anyway, come along with me to work and, ooh, I just heard some thunder. Not a good sign. So we're a little delayed, which is why I'm about to start eating my food. So we have some time. I got rotisserie chicken and I made a broccoli salad. But really quick, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Dossier. So I've been talking about Dossier a lot in this past year, I believe. And that's because I use Dossier fragrances regularly and I really love their products. So if you know nothing about Dossier, they make fragrances, but what they are popular for is making their impressions of luxury fragrances. So basically you can get impressions of the luxury fragrances that are $300 and up and get them for a fraction of the price. So again, I always talk about my favorite one. My favorite is Woody Sandalwood, and that's an impression of Le Labo Santal 33. Woody Sandalwood goes for $49 on Dossier's website. Le Labo starts around $200. So they smell pretty much the same. Anytime that I'm wearing this one, people always think that I'm wearing the original fragrance. So not only do they have Le Labo, but they have other brands such as Dior, Jo Malone, YSL, Dolce & Gabbana, Creed, Carolina Herrera. So all those luxury brands, Dossier makes impressions of them and they smell identical to the original fragrance. And again, like I said earlier, for much cheaper. So if you like smelling like luxury and don't want to pay the big price tag on it, Dossier is the way to go. So they make unisex fragrances, men's and women's fragrances, but not only do they do fragrances, they also do candles. So this candle is an impression of Dior's Sauvage called Aromatic Star Anise. Again, the impression of Dior Sauvage. And then last but not least, they have room diffusers. This one smells like Baccarat. So if you guys know anything about Baccarat, Baccarat is super expensive. And Dossier's impression of Baccarat is Ambery Saffron. It also comes with the little sticks. Right now I have this in my bathroom, so my bathroom basically smells like Baccarat Rouge. So head on over to dossier.co. I've linked it in the description box down below. Check out all their deals for all their impressions of luxury fragrances. I promise you, you will not regret it. I wear them all the time. Now back to the rest of the video. Alright guys, I am back at Fort Lauderdale Airport. I don't know if I mentioned, but that's where I am flying out of today, or that's where I flew out of today. So I actually treated myself and I parked in the garage. Our employee parking is not here. Our employee parking is elsewhere. This is so much easier to park in the parking garage in the airport. I literally just crossed the street from the terminal into the garage, and yeah, it's $15, but it's way worth it because I have to be back here in 12 hours because I do a 2-day trip tomorrow. It is about to be 1 o'clock in the morning. I got here at the terminal at 4 o'clock, I believe. This was a very nice and easy work day. 2 hours and 15 minutes to Philadelphia, 2 hours and 15 minutes back down to Fort Lauderdale. I'm happy to be back, even though I do have to work tomorrow. These turns are a nice little break, you know, and it makes you feel kind of like a normal person.
The next day.
Good morning. It is a new day. I start a 2-day trip today. I made myself a protein shake. Sorry, I'm watching the news right now. It's kind of loud. I made myself a protein shake, and I'm drinking it in this Moet cup. But it is a protein shake, guys. Look, protein shake. Let me lower this, there's a pinch. Right now we have some sun. I don't think we're gonna have weather today, so I hope it stays that way. The weatherman was just saying that we are on the back end of summer, and to me, I love hearing that because I'm ready for fall. I'm ready for, you know, good weather, not humid weather. So again, I started a 2-day trip today, and I will not be parking in the garage today because I'm not paying $30 because it's $15 per day and it's a 2-day trip, so $30. So yeah, I'm not gonna be doing that. I'm gonna park in the employee garage, like a very demure flight attendant. I got home a little bit before 2 and I woke up at around 9:30, so I don't know, it's like 7 hours of sleep. But I feel pretty good. My protein shake, I actually put an espresso in it, so that's why it kind of looks brown like that. So on the turn that I was working last night, I was actually the #1 flight attendant, the lead, the one who works up front. But today I'm gonna be the 2 and I work in the back in main cabin, and I'll be preparing the carts and the drinks and that whole thing. My layover tonight is gonna be in Indianapolis. I don't think I've ever been there before. Very easy trip, and then I'll be back home tomorrow night. Okay, so I'm on my way to work. I actually got to the employee lot. We have this little proximity card that allows us entrance into the parking lot, and my proximity card did not work. So now I'm heading to the terminal and I'm gonna park in the garage again, but I was not expecting that. So I had to leave the employee parking because I was not granted access, which I don't know why. And now I have to go park in the airport terminal, which I mean, I guess it's convenient, but still, I don't want to pay 30 bucks. So hopefully I get reimbursed because it is not my fault that my proximity card did not work. All right, we're back at Fort Lauderdale Airport, back to the parking garage. I mean, I'm a little annoyed that I went all the way to the employee lot, but I'm also kind of like not annoyed because now I didn't have a choice. I had to park at the garage. I guess short-term parking, I don't know, long-term parking. I never know which parking garage to park in, but I somehow just find my way always. So I'm probably gonna get a lot of questions about this, and the airline does provide employee parking that's free, complimentary. However, it's usually off-site. It takes longer to get to the terminal, but sometimes when we want to splurge and treat ourselves as airline employees, we'll park in the garage in the terminal, which makes it a lot quicker and faster to get to the terminal. So that's what I did yesterday, and then today I kind of had to do it because I couldn't get into the employee lot. I'm gonna have to call my manager and find out what's going on. Also, guys, I'm almost done with Invisalign. I think I have maybe like 2 more months, so I'm excited. Can't wait to not wear these anymore. It also affects my speech a little bit. Look, guys, the city of Fort Lauderdale is over there, and here's the bridge to the terminal. All right, on the plane, heading to the back of the bus today, or back of the Boeing, because we're on the Boeing 737. So I just booked my flight here from Fort Lauderdale. I'm in Dallas. I just had a little bit of lunch here. I'm on a 2.5 hour break, or what we call a sit, and then 1 flight to Indianapolis. After my little 2-hour break, I'm heading to the next aircraft. So I like to walk, so I will walk in between terminals. So just at Terminal C, and now I'm going to Terminal B. And it looks like a really nice day here in Dallas today, or in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, rather. I'm here. I've arrived in my hotel room in Indianapolis. I know earlier I said that I had never been here, but sometimes you forget. So when I got here, I recognized the terminal and I'm like, oh yeah, I've been here before. Let's talk about these beds though. Look how comfy they look. Don't they look so plushy? And oh my goodness, this is gonna be a good night's sleep. But I did notice one thing. I guess housekeeping forgot to take their little rag. But hey, I guess things happen, mistakes happen, we forget things, right? Can't really see. Bedtime for me. Had a good day, have a good crew.
The next day.
Look at this beautiful daylight. Look how pretty it is out there. Pretty downtown Indianapolis. Lovely day. So I just had one of those mornings and days where I just laid in bed the whole day, didn't do anything. Was kind of missing my mom and just thinking like, you know, I just have these moments where, oh, I gotta call my mom, or I haven't talked to her today, and then I realized, like, reality sets in basically. So I kind of just like had a me day today. I didn't even leave the room, to be honest. I ate out of my lunchbox. Today we have 2 flights and I'll end up back home in Fort Lauderdale by, hopefully, if everything goes on time, by 10 o'clock tonight. Back at the Fort Lauderdale airport, end of my 2-day trip. Now this part is nice because I can just walk right to my car. So I am happy about that. I'm not happy, however, about having to pay the $30. Well, now I get to go to John's and go pick up Mia, my little girl, who I have not seen since like 2 days ago. So now I get to go pick her up and spend some time with her because I'm off for a couple days. The life of co-parenting a dog. Oh my goodness, is that my little angel girl?
That's her.
Is that my little angel girl?
You want to get up? Baby, get up.
Hi, mama. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Stinky breath. Did you give her celery?
No, I gave her her
I missed you. Say hi to the vlog.
Hello, vlog. She's missed you. She's been asking for you all day.
You've been asking for me, mama.
Yeah, she's acting like she.
Oh, my sweet girl. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
How's life?
Life is good.
What are you doing with yourself nowadays?
Teaching, same old. Teaching and trying to make art.
Yeah.
And applying for a bunch of stuff.
Nice. Oh, by the way, Dario made you food.
Serious?
In that bag right there.
Oh, you stopped there first?
Yeah, I stopped there first. You guys are probably wondering why I'm wearing sunglasses at night. It's because I forgot my regular glasses and I couldn't see. So my sunglasses have prescription in it. So that's why I was wearing sunglasses at night. We're home, little girl. We're home now. Are you happy to be home? Are you happy to be home? She's happy. I am back home. Did I show you guys my flowers that my best friend Samantha got me? She sent me that when my mom passed, and they last forever. So I love them, and they smell really good. As soon as I got home, I got the mail. I had a few packages, and I got my glasses because my eyesight is getting kind of blurry lately. I guess that's just what happens when you get old. Anyways, guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna keep making vlogs now that my life is kind of like getting back to the way that it used to be. I hope that you enjoyed this one. If you did, let me know in the comments below. If you're new, please subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. I've been posting a lot of stuff over there as well. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.